We're looking at quite some controversy in Karnataka. In fact, apart from the Operation Kamala, here is the BJP government in Karnataka also fighting a bitter border battle. Maharashtra and Karnataka there, the border areas dominated by Marathi-speaking population. It seems like Karnataka is now miffed with the words of Uddhav Thackeray, Maharashtra's chief minister, who said that the only right tribute to Marathi activists is to unify Marathi-dominated areas of Karnataka with Maharashtra. This hasn't gone down too well. In fact, Karnataka's Chief Minister Yediyurappa has condemned Uddhav's statement and said that not an inch of land will be given to Maharashtra. Protests by pro-Kannada organizations erupted against Uddhav Thackeray, warning him of bloodshed if he at all advocated his demand any further. Even Sena ally hit out at Uddhav Thackeray over his statement. Former Karnataka minister and Congress leader Siddaramaiah said that Belagavi belongs to Karnataka and no one can change that fact. He went on to warn Uddhav Thackeray, and though Kannadigas are peace-loving people, he said, don't misconstrue it for our weakness. Uddhav Thackeray on Sunday claimed that reuniting Marathi-speaking regions of Karnataka with Maharashtra would really be the true tribute to Marathi activists who fought for a greater Maharashtra.
It is unfortunate. I condemn the statement, and unnecessarily they are creating problem, and we are not going to give even an inch of land from this area.
Is trying to create confusion, division in the society, which is not in the interest of the society. I totally condemn the statement of Mr. Uddhav Thackeray asking for the inclusion of the Marathi-speaking area, trying to create the unrest between Maharashtra and Karnataka, instead of creating friendship and harmony. Here is a leader who is for only hell-bent all the time, creating division or creating confusion or hatredness.
Already a decision has been taken earlier. Sarojini Maheshi report is there. Various reports are there. What Karnataka is ours, what Maharashtra is theirs.
All right, now this debate has been, remember, raging on for decades now. But there was a Mahajan committee report that clearly favored Karnataka. And of course, considering the large Kannada-speaking population also dominating those areas, here you have the region completely demarcated, with the Mahajan report actually validating that these regions belong solely to Karnataka, and why so also explain. Dhaval Kulkarni, author of The Cousins Thackerays, joining us to comment on this. Mr. Prakash, what's your take, first of all, before I get to Dhaval, on Maharashtra constantly, time and again, trying to stake claim on certain regions, Belagavi, Karwar, which is Karnataka's pride?
Chief Minister of Maharashtra needlessly stoking controversy over the border issue, which is long settled. The Mahajan report has been accepted, and that is the final. Mr. Uddhav Thackeray knows very well not an inch of land can be secured or what he calls the occupied Karnataka to Maharashtra in his lifetime. I am making it very clear. Every land now is in India, and we have accepted the boundaries, and it is in the interest of both the state. He should stop creating controversies. His hands are full in Maharashtra. He is facing much bigger challenge in COVID. Because of his inept handling, more than 50,000 people have lost life in Maharashtra. Now the vaccination has started. Let him focus on saving their lives, not trying to create division among the two states. It is unbecoming of a chief minister. He should behave more responsibly. He does not even have the mandate of the people. By the back door, he has occupied the chief minister post. And the Congress party and the NCP are supporting him. The Congress party should come out clean on this. But they should. We demand apology from Uddhav Thackeray.
Well, we heard the Congress leader of opposition Siddaramaiah condemn it. We heard Siddaramaiah condemn it too.
Under the present circumstances.
Right. Let me go over to Dhaval. Dhaval Kulkarni, here is a call for unification of some parts of Karnataka with Maharashtra, solely because there's a significant dominating population of Marathis in those regions. But you have a Mahajan committee report which gave clearly spoke about how there is also equal amount of Kannadigas living in those regions and justifying why it ideally, rightfully so, is part of Karnataka. What is your word on that? Uddhav Thackeray now saying this is the only right tribute to those Marathi activists who have given their lives for a greater Maharashtra. Is this not an expansionist ideology?
No, Nabila. I mean, let me in fact clarify that there are four basic principles of the linguistic reorganization of states. Since India in the 1950s accepted this principle, now there are four basic components of this. Number one, the will of the people. Number two, the demographic composition of the village as a basic unit for this division. Number three, the linguistic majority. And number four, geographical consistency. So Maharashtra's claim to the 865 villages in Karnataka and the city of Belgaum is based on this logic. Now, but in 1956, this region was demarcated as part of the erstwhile Mysore state. The Mahajan committee report that you are referring to has been rejected by Maharashtra. On the contrary, you see this geographical expansionism being perpetuated by Karnataka, because let us not forget that Karnataka is locked in a dispute with Kerala on the issue of Kasaragod, because Karnataka is similarly laying a claim to Kasaragod. And on the other hand, Maharashtra says that if Karnataka so wants, it can even take possession of the Kannada-speaking areas in Maharashtra. You have the Jat Tehsil in Jat Taluka in Sangli district, you have Akkalkot in Solapur, which are predominantly Kannada-speaking areas. So Maharashtra is willing to cede these areas to Karnataka, but the ironic part is that people in these regions do not want to go to Karnataka. And I heard.
Well,
Mr.
there are
Prakash
significant amount of people who are also very happy with Karnataka.
Let me also point out that even the Maharashtra BJP, the leaders of his party in Maharashtra, are firmly with the demands of the people in the areas occupied by Karnataka. They are seeking that these areas be included in Maharashtra. Now, the issue is in the Supreme Court. In 2004, the Maharashtra government approached the Supreme Court in an original jurisdiction. At the same time, while this issue is sub judice, the Karnataka government has, number one, renamed Belgaum as Belgavi, and number two, declared it to be the second capital of the state. And at the same time, every time there's some conflagration.
Which is precisely why I'm asking you, if Karnataka has done so much for the people, the Marathi-speaking people in Karnataka, what is the need? Are they deprived of anything? You rightly said Belgavi is now the second capital. There's enough business opportunities, infrastructure. There's really nothing short of what anybody in Bengaluru will have, the capital of the state, to what people in Belagavi has. Another Vidhan Saudha is constructed in Belagavi. So there is that much that's being done to the Marathi community, for the Marathi community, and so much so that even the Kannadigas are feeling sidelined sometimes. There was a protest against the Maratha board being formed, funds being given to the Maratha community.
No, Nabila, in fact, I must interject and tell you that this is a question of the aspirations of the people in that region. The people in that area are Maharashtrians by conviction. It is the demand for several generations. The people in this area say that they want to be a part of Maharashtra, so it's an issue of the conviction. Just as Karnataka claims that the people in Kasaragod want to be a part of Karnataka, I mean, same is the case here.
Right. In that case, Mr. Dawal, if you're constantly going to keep reworking on borders, then what's going to be the plight of the country? Our country is such. We have such diverse population, people living from all areas.
And this gentleman is talking about Karnataka. Hello, gentlemen, focus your attention towards Maharashtra people who are under severe stress due to coronavirus. Your government has totally failed in containing it. They are responsible for the death of more than 50,000 people. Focus on that. Save them. Instead of coming and doing politics with Karnataka. That's not an issue today. The issue is in Supreme Court. Let the court will decide. Wow, you are not the authority to say.
Mr. Prakash, also I'd like to ask you. I'd like to ask Mr. Prakash a quick word.
Supreme Court. That is number one. Number two. When it comes to, let me also tell you with a lot of pride, when it comes to the issue of Kannada-speaking people in Maharashtra, at no point have they ever felt discriminated against. On the other hand,
No,
every time
at
you
no
have
point
some
of time
conflagration in these
Marathi
regions,
people are
it is the
discriminated
Marathi
even
speaking
in
people in the
Karnataka.
other parts of
There is
Karnataka
a
All right,
who want
Mr.
to pay the
Prakash,
price.
I'd like you to justify that point. Marathi-speaking people in Karnataka are feeling deprived. Do you? What has the BJP done?
Mr. Prakash, one reason why the government of Karnataka is perhaps dragging its feet on the issue is that maybe because it feels that these demands may be raised elsewhere in Karnataka. You have the Tulu-speaking people in coastal Karnataka who are demanding a separate state. See, Karnataka is,
Nobody
as you
is
know,
demanding
Karnataka is a
any
very
state in
linguistically
Karnataka.
diverse region.
Please
You have
restrict
Kannada
yourself
speakers,
to
but you also have
Maharashtra. Don't
Konkani
bother
speakers,
about
Tulu speakers,
what
Telugu
Karnataka
speakers,
people are
Dakkani
demanding.
speakers, Urdu
The
speakers,
Kannadigas
Marathi speakers, Tamil speakers,
will take
Malayalam
care of
speakers.
all those things.
It's a very
It is
multilingual
not
state.
your affair.
You have to respect this principle of diversity.
You should respect the division of the states in the country. 64 years
Sir,
back
this
has been
is,
decided. Needlessly
Mr.
raising
Prakash, I'd like you to highlight what has the government done for the Marathi-speaking belt per se. Like here, Dawal says that they are feeling deprived. Is that so? The Marathi people, we understand that there have been a small pockets. People have protested for years now that they want to be associated with Maharashtra, not Karnataka. It is simply for linguistic reasons. But apart from that, facilities or is it not a homeland for them? Has Karnataka government, successive governments not done enough for the Marathi-speaking population in Karnataka?
His charges are only political. Karnataka has not discriminated with any people of any language. We consider everyone as people of Karnataka, and the development has reached nook and corner of the state. In fact, the Belagavi airport today is second busiest airport under Udan scheme. Many business establishments are coming, industries are coming, opportunities are coming up. People are enjoying it. People are feeling the change there. This political statement by Uddhav Thackeray and his cohorts are only to stoke controversy and divert the attention of Maharashtra people from the failure of the state government where they have illegitimately ruling the state.
Mr. Dawal, here, if you really look at as per what Uddhav Thackeray says, then what difference is from what he's saying to what China is trying to do? China is also trying to instigate and push into areas of Northeast, claiming its own. We understand that there are people of ethnicity there, but that does not mean that you toy with borders. Here, we understand that Marathi-speaking population, significant numbers are there, but this is a border. We're no more in old times where we can't reach the state in less than an hour. We have our flights. It's just a flight away. You want to go to Maharashtra, you go to Maharashtra by bus, by train, by flight. You have connectivity, which is fantastic. So what is the need to change the borders itself altogether? What is it additionally that the Maharashtra government is going to provide to those Marathi-speaking population there in that belt? Any additional packages that you all have announced? Maybe you all should do that then.
No, Nabila, I think this comparison is slightly unjust. We are, I think, comparing apples and oranges when we compare the Belgaum dispute to the Indo-China border. Do not forget that it is Maharashtra which has always stood up for the nation. Asking Maharashtra to sacrifice for the country is like asking sandalwood to be fragrant, to be very honest with you. Number one. Number two, let me repeat. This is a question of the aspirations of the people of that region. This is not just about development. This is a question of sentiment. This is
precisely what I'm saying. Aspirations are there all over, even in the Northeast. Some of them, those bad, these kind of elements are everywhere. Some handful of people are always having a problem with the sitting. Wherever they are, there are people who are always rejecting the sitting government or the state that they are part of. So it's no surprise that there are some people who want to be part of Maharashtra, but there are that many more who are very happy with Karnataka. That's what we say. Why play with the borders?
They are a significant number of people, and let me repeat, Karnataka has a similar dispute with Kerala on the issue of Kasaragod. So if Maharashtra
Karnataka has never pursued it the way, the kind of call that Uddhav Thackeray is giving.
Bringing Kasaragod issue to Belagaum issue. We have not, as you said, we have not pursued that issue. We have not made it a political issue of Kasaragod for the last several years.
Yes.
Tomorrow, Urdu-speaking population in your state demand a separate state. Would you be ready to give the separate state for them, saying that the aspirations of the people has to be respected? what kind of an argument you are putting forth?
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Prakash. Thank you, Dawal. Dawal, I think the right thing to do for Maharashtra government is to allay fears and assure the people of Marathi-speaking population there in Karnataka that all is well. If anything, you are always there for help. If you're really wanting to help your population, you have many other ways to do it. Not toy with the borders. I think that's something that should not
Mr.
be
Prakash,
even on your
again,
minds. Thank you very much,
bringing in
Dawal. Thank you. We're short on time. Thank you, Prakash, for joining us.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.